Charlie Kirk is being remembered as a champion of free speech, but that's a lie. The truth is, Charlie Kirk built a machine of political terror. And even though he's gone, that machine lives on. Kirk made his name not by debating ideas, but by targeting people. Let's leave aside for now the carefully edited video clips that he posted online for the purpose of embarrassing his victims that he was having a bad faith, logical, fallacy-filled argument with. In 2016, Kirk launched the Professor Watchlist, a blacklist of educators being accused of being radical leftists. There was no due process in his formation of this list made explicitly to punish people for their beliefs, their ideology, or their identity. There's no way to defend yourself, just your name, your photo, where you worked, and an open invitation for harassment. Hundreds of professors ended up on this list. Virtually all of them were inundated with threats. Some had their careers destroyed. Students, staff, and even their families got caught in the crossfire. Imagine having your kids pulled out of school, moving away from their friends and community, all because Charlie Kirk decided that you were a public enemy. Why professors? Because fascists have always understood that if you want to change politics, you have to change culture. Professors shape culture and our understanding of the world. They teach the next generation to be responsible stewards of our democracy. And by intimidating educators, Kirk and his billionaire backers aimed to choke off the cultural resistance to their fascist agenda. This was McCarthyism, updated for the digital age, and it worked. Kirk's playbook hasn't stopped at university campuses. It's spread. In the wake of his death, we're seeing digital hit lists targeting ordinary people. Websites are naming journalists, teachers, even firefighters, and active duty service members for the thought crime of not mourning Charlie Kirk's death. Federal officials, including Trump's Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, and VA Secretary Doug Collins, are threatening to purge civil servants over private speech. This is state-backed intimidation. It's no longer just the mob. It's the mob and the government. That's authoritarianism. And it directly contradicts this idea that Kirk and all of his supporters are just looking for a debate, and that they're against cancel culture. One of Kirk's most effective heirs is Kaya Reichik. You know her as Libs of TikTok. She built her brand on targeting teachers, LGBTQ people, and community spaces, pushing baseless conspiracy theories and bigoted lies. And her posts have been directly linked to bomb threats that have shut down schools and hospitals. I know the danger personally. After I went on national television to explain how Reichik inspires violence, she attacked me on Twitter. And almost immediately after that, I was swatted. My life was put in danger for speaking the truth. That's stochastic terrorism, creating the conditions for violence and picking a target without giving a direct order. And these online hit lists like Kirk and Reichik have made are becoming part of the operating system of Republican politics. The stuff isn't fringe anymore, it's been normalized. Politicians amplify it, MAGA-aligned billionaires fund it, and techno-fascists shape their platforms to host it. Right now, Squarespace is hosting a website that accuses people of being the ones who ended the life of Charlie Kirk. GoDaddy has been hosting Kirk's Professor hit list for 10 years. These companies are directly responsible for enabling political terror, and they need to be held accountable. Because when mob harassment and state power merge, democracy doesn't survive, and fear rules. What do we do now? We expose the networks. We make sure that state governments have laws in place to handle these things, to go after those who are doxing, intimidating, harassing, and threatening everyday Americans for not sufficiently mourning a partisan political figure who promoted racism, misogyny, transphobia, and all sorts of other terrible things. We defend the targets. We challenge the enablers directly. And we build a culture strong enough to resist fear. I've lived this fight. I've been targeted. I've been swatted. I know the danger, but I also know the power of organized resistance. This video just covers the surface. If you want the full story, go read my full essay on The Orange Place. It's a deep dive into how Kirk's machine of political terror lives on and what we can do about it. Because the choice is ours. Intimidation doesn't have to define American politics, but only if we decide to fight back.